Linux tutorials. Tutorial 4. In this tutorial, we'll focus on input and output redirection. Through redirection you can direct the input and output of a command to and from other files and programs, and chain commands together in a pipeline. Command echo. For understanding echo command, just type echo space hello in your terminal and hit enter button. The echo command accepts the string hello as standard input, and echoes. Typing the string hello back to the terminal as standard output. As shown in picture how echo command works. Let's learn more about standard input, standard output, and standard error. Standard input, abbreviated as STDIN, is information inputted into the terminal through the keyboard or input device. Standard output, abbreviated as STDOut, is the information outputted after a process is run. Standard error, abbreviated as STDERR, is an error message outputted by a failed process. Redirection reroutes standard input, standard output, and standard error to or from a different location. Command greater than. For understanding greater than command, just type echo space hello space greater than file1.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. The greater than command redirects the standard output to a file. Here, hello is entered as the standard input. The standard output hello is redirected by greater than to the file file1.txt. As shown in picture. Command cat. The command cat can be used to display the contents of a file on the screen. For understanding cat command, just type cat space file1.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. When you type cat space file1.txt, the contents of file1.txt are displayed. Just like shown in picture. When you type cat file1.txt greater than file2.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Greater than takes the standard output of the command on the left, and redirects it to the file on the right. Here the standard output of cat file1.txt is redirected to file2.txt. Keep in mind this file1.txt and file2.txt isn't default files. I created this files to explain you the commands. Note, greater than command overwrites all original content in file2.txt. When you view the output data by typing cat on file2.txt, you will see only the contents of file1.txt. As shown in picture, cat command overwrites all contents of file1 in file2. Command greater than. When you type cat file2.txt greater than file3.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Greater than command takes the standard output of the command on the left and appends, adds it to the file on the right. You can view the output data of the file with cat and the file name. Here, the output data of file 3.txt will contain the original contents of file 3.txt with the content of file 2.txt. As shown in picture. Command less than. When you type cat less than file 3.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Less than command takes the standard input from the file on the right and inputs it into the program on the left. Here file 3.txt is the standard input for the cat command. The standard output appears in the terminal. As shown in picture. Command vertical bar. When you type cat space file 3.txt space vertical bar space WC in your terminal and hit enter button. Vertical bar is also called as pipe. The pipe takes the standard output of the command on the left, and pipes it as standard input to the command on the right. You can think of this as command-to-command redirection. Here the output of cat file 3.txt is the standard input of WC. In turn, the WC command outputs the number of lines, words, and characters in file 3.txt, respectively. As shown in picture. Example to understand multiple piping. When you type cat file 3.txt pipe WC pipe cat greater than file 4.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Multiple pipes can be chained together. Here the standard output of cat file 3.txt is piped to the WC command. The standard output of WC is then piped to cat. Finally, the standard output of cat is redirected to file 4.txt. You can view the output data of this chain by typing cat file 4.txt. As shown in picture. Command sort. Sort. When you type sort file 3.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Sort command takes the standard input and orders it alphabetically for the standard output. Here, the file 3 in sort file 3.txt are listed in alphabetical order. As shown in picture. Example, when you type cat file 3.txt pipe sort greater than sorted file 3.txt in your terminal. Here the command takes the standard output from cat file 3.txt and pipes it to sort. The standard output of sort is redirected to sorted file 3.txt. You can view the output data by typing cat on the file sorted file 3.txt. As shown in picture. Command unique. When you type unique deserts.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Unique command stands for unique and filters out adjacent, duplicate lines in a file. Here unique deserts.txt filters out duplicates of Sahara Desert, because the duplicate of Sahara Desert directly follows the previous instance. The Kalahari Desert duplicates are not adjacent, and thus remain. Example of unique command with sort command. When you type sort deserts.txt pipewink in your terminal, a more effective way to call unique is to call sort to alphabetize a file, and pipe the standard output to unique. Here by piping sort deserts.txt to unique, all duplicate lines are alphabetized, and thereby made adjacent, and filtered out. As shown in picture. Command, grep. Grep, global regular expression, is one of many standard Linux utilities. It searches files for specified words or patterns. First clear the screen, then type grep !mountains.txt in your terminal. Grep command searches files for lines that match a pattern and returns the results. It is also case sensitive. Here, grep command searches for mount in mountains.txt. As shown in picture. When you type grep -i mountains.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. Grep -i enables the command to be case insensitive. Here, grep command searches for capital or lowercase strings that match mount in mountains.txt. As shown in picture. When you type grep -r mount/home/omit. Grep -r searches all files in a directory and outputs file names and lines containing matched results. -r stands for recursive. Here grep -r searches the /home/omit directory for the string mount and outputs file names and lines with matched results. When you type grep -rl mount/home/omit in your terminal and hit enter button. Grep -rl searches all files in a directory and outputs only file names with matched results. -r stands for recursive and l stands for files with matches. Here grep -rl searches the /home/omit directory for the string mount and outputs file names with matched results. Command sed. When you type sed s/snow/rain/forests.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. In above command sed stands for stream editor. It accepts standard input and modifies it based on an expression, before displaying it as output data. It is similar to find and replace. Let's look at the expression. s/snow/rain/. S stands for substitution. It is always used when using sed for substitution. Snow, the search string, the text to find. Rain, the replacement string, the text to add in place. In this case, Sed command searches forests.txt for the word snow and replaces it with rain. Importantly, the above command will only replace the first instance of snow on a line. Another case for sed command. When you type sed space s/snow/rain/g space forests.txt in your terminal and hit enter button. The above command uses the g expression, meaning global. Here sed command searches forests.txt for the word snow and replaces it with rain, globally. All instances of snow on a line will be turned to rain. Congratulations! You learned how to use the command line to redirect standard input and standard output. What can we generalize so far? Redirection reroutes standard input, standard output, and standard error. The common redirection commands are: greater than command redirects standard output of a command to a file, overwriting previous content. Greater than command redirects standard output of a command to a file, appending new content to old content. Less than command redirects standard input to a command. Pipe or vertical bar command redirects standard output of a command to another command. A number of other commands are powerful when combined with redirection commands. Sort sorts lines of text alphabetically. Unique filters duplicate adjacent lines of text. Grep searches for a text pattern and outputs it. Sed searches for a text pattern, modifies it, and outputs it. Thank you for watching.